Welcome to Ballet Bites Deep Dive. Today we're unpacking ABT's bold pivot from importing superstars to nurturing homegrown talent through their very own JKO school, and it's a lot to chew on.
I'm excited to jump right in. So we're looking at a shift where ABT's heritage meets a new breed of in-house talent, right?
Exactly. The conversation kicks off with ABT's pivot point, where, after big retirements and some major departures, you see an evolution. From the shiny allure of imported superstars to, it's like, cultivating talent internally via the JKO school and the studio company.
Yeah.
The numbers speak volumes.
Right, because now more than 80% of ABT dancers come from their own studio company, a true homegrown pipeline.
Yep, and that's a major part of the debate. They're asking, is ABT actually shifting from the star-powered identity to a model that nurtures its own talent? And when you consider milestones like the JKO school hitting 20 years and the studio company celebrating 30 years, it's clear something big is afoot.
And then there's the added weight of promotions. Sierra Armstrong, Takumi Miyake, and Jose Sebastian stepping up, which aligns perfectly with this in-house growth strategy.
Absolutely. It's not just about numbers. It's about building a consistent culture. ABT is working on a system where graduates from their pipeline are not just passing through, they're becoming the backbone of the company.
Yeah.
It's as if you're turning the backstage into the main stage.
It's kind of like, a ladder where every rung is built by your own hands, right? And now, with big names retiring, that ladder is more visible than ever.
Precisely. And speaking of retirements, let's talk about Misty Copeland's farewell looming on October 22, 2025, which is monumental. Her departure not only marks the end of an era, but also leaves ABT without a black female principal, which is a profound change in their cultural landscape.
And don't forget Gillian Murphy's final bow earlier this year, a full career wrapped in grandeur at Swan Lake that echoed across Vogue and beyond.
Exactly. And with veterans like Cassandra Trineri also departing after the Met season, it really punctuates the need for a robust internal pipeline. The departures are almost like letting fresh air in so the new talent can really breathe and step forward.
So then, where does the programming come in? I mean, ABT's fall run really seems to signal this new identity, doesn't it?
It does indeed. Their fall lineup featuring bold programs like Twilight 60 and ABTE 85 retrospective and fresh works from Juliano Nunes and Christopher Wheeldon is a deliberate mix of honoring heritage and infusing new energy. It's like, this strategic synthesis, both a nod to the past and a bet on the future.
Yeah, and it's not just the in-house talent. Guest artists are still in the picture. They're just being repositioned. They now function more like spotlights that validate the strength of the institutional bench, rather than carrying the entire performance.
Exactly, and that's a key point. Guest artists such as Olga Smirnova and Reese Clark this summer add that spark of excitement, but the core narrative now is about showcasing and, reinforcing homegrown rigor and consistency.
It's a paid-forward approach where the guest renewal helps set benchmarks, while the in-house talent learns by chasing those benchmarks on stage.
Yeah, and that speaks volumes about ABT's leadership. Susan Jaffe as artistic director and executive director Barry Hewson are, clearly pushing for a balance that preserves the legacy while making space for renewal. They're steering this model with a clear vision of integrating honor with innovation.
Speaking of integration, there's another layer here, the diversity angle. With Copeland's retirement spotlighting representation issues, how do you see ABT's structural initiatives, like ABT Rise and scholarships, playing a role?
That's a great point. These initiatives aren't just buzzwords. They actually tie artistic excellence to representation and sustainability. If the pipeline is working, we should see more diverse dancers stepping into lead roles season by season. It's, like having a multifaceted engine where artistic progression and inclusivity drive the performance forward.
Yes. I do wonder, though, don't you think audiences might miss the star power initially? I mean, isn't there always that gravitational pull of a global superstar?
I get where you're coming from, and, it's a valid concern. But the idea is that by the time these homegrown talents reach the marquee, they'll have earned that recognition organically. It might be a gradual process, but it's about instilling continuity and a deeper connection between the artist and the company.
True. though I do respectfully challenge that notion. Transitioning an audience's mindset from "see the star tonight" to embracing a new narrative may not be straightforward. It requires the pipeline to deliver at every performance without any stumbles.
That's a fair critique. It's a high-wire act where every performance must reinforce the new identity. The 2025 promotions and debuts, like those coming on July 21st and in the fall season from October 15 through November 1, will be critical. They need to instill confidence not just in the dancers but in the audience's expectations.
Exactly. And it looks like ABT is setting the stage by giving its homegrown dancers substantial roles, choreographed specifically to showcase their range, from classical patipa to the more contemporary storytelling of Tharp and Wheeldon.
Yes, and that range is vital. It's like, not just feeding them technical training, but expanding their dramatic and stylistic vocabulary. This strategic blend helps ensure that when a homegrown dancer hits the stage, they can carry the performance with the same charisma a globally recognized superstar might bring.
So ultimately, it's not an either-or scenario. ABT is, honoring its high-profile past while creating a sustainable future, giving the next marquee a chance to bloom from within.
Exactly. The vision is that the iconic star quality will eventually be a natural extension of the company's own ecosystem. When a dancer from the JKO or Studio Company takes the spotlight, it's a testament to years of tailored training and, cultural continuity.
Right. And that kind of transformation could really redefine what audiences expect from live ballet performances.
Absolutely. The ABT recipe now includes strategic guest appearances, deep in-house development, and programming that's both retrospective and boldly forward-looking. It's a delicate balance, but if they get it right, you might just witness a new era of ballet brilliance.
Yeah. To wrap up then, the message is clear. ABT is betting on its ability to nurture talent from within while still sprinkling the magic of celebrated guest stars. And while the transition might have its growing pains, the commitment to cultural continuity and diversity looks solid.
Precisely. It's an exciting time for the company, and as the new era unfolds with milestones like Copeland's and Murphy's farewells, keep an eye on the dates. The fall season from mid-October to early November is going to be a litmus test for this new strategy.
I'm looking forward to seeing that evolution on stage. It's like witnessing the dance of tradition and innovation intertwined, each performance carrying the weight of history and the promise of growth.
Well said. So if you're tuning in and following the ABT journey, get ready for a season where the homegrown star might just outshine the imported one. Keep questioning these shifts, because your curiosity ignites the conversation.
Thanks for the deep dive. It's been an enlightening chat on how legacy can evolve into something even more sustainable and resonant.
And thank you all for joining our discussion. Let's keep the conversation moving forward. Until next time, keep watching the stage and the stories behind it.